AFCON 2025 is heating up. Morocco roar in Rabat with a commanding win over Comoros, sending a warning to the rest of Africa. Meanwhile, the group battles intensify. Mali face Zambia in a crucial Group A clash, Egypt take on Zimbabwe in Group B, and South Africa lock horns with Angola in a showdown packed with pride and passion. Big matches, big moments, don't blink. Now let's delve into the stories. Morocco roar into AFCON 2025 with commanding win over Comoros in Rabat. Morocco began their 2025 Africa Cup of Nations campaign with a 2-0 victory over Comoros on Sunday night, overcoming an early penalty setback to claim all 3 points at the Prince Moulay Abdallah Stadium in Rabat. Backed by a packed crowd of 60,180, the Atlas Lions extended their unbeaten home run to 19 matches as they launched their bid for a first continental title since 1976. The hosts had a chance to take an early lead in the 11th minute when Brahim Diaz was brought down in the box by Iyad Mohamed. However, Comoros goalkeeper Yannick Pondor produced a fine save, using his left knee to deny Soufiane Rahimi from the spot. Comoros remained compact and disciplined, frustrating Morocco throughout the first half. The breakthrough finally arrived 10 minutes after the restart when Daz was left unmarked near the penalty spot and swept home Noussair Mazraoui's low cross, sending the home crowd into celebration. The game opened up thereafter. Rafiki Samakrondi went close for Comoros but was denied by Yassine Bounou, while Pondor again impressed by pushing away a powerful effort from Mazraoui. With 15 minutes remaining, substitute Ayoub El Kaabi sealed the win with a spectacular overhead kick. Morocco now turn their attention to upcoming group fixtures against Mali and Zambia, with the top two advancing automatically and a possible route for a best third-placed side. '25 Africa Cup of Nations, Group A match preview, Mali vs Zambia. Mali and Zambia will kick off their Africa Cup of Nations journey when they clash at Stade Mohamed V in Casablanca on Monday, in Group A of the competition. The Eagles will be hoping to make a mark this year, while the Copper Bullets will also aim to add to their solitary AFCON title from 2012 in this year's competition. Mali will enter this competition hoping to win their maiden AFCON title, but they must get off to a strong start against former champion Zambia to set the tone for what they hope to achieve in Morocco. The West Africans have had notable appearances in previous competitions, but they have found it hard to leave a lasting impression on Africa's premier competition, finishing second once and managing 2 bronze medals. Given the quality of the Malian squad, they will be in a confident mood ahead of this fixture, but Africa's showpiece tournament is reputed for throwing up surprises. A case in point was Mali's 4-0 defeat against the same opponents in the 1994 edition in neighboring Tunisia. Having said that, the West African side have struggled against the Chipolo in all competitions, winning once, while Zambia have claimed 2 victories and 3 draws in their last 6 meetings. Zambia will also be confident entering the 2025 competition, but they are considered outsiders by many across the African continent. The Chipolo finished top of their qualifying group, and having failed to qualify for 3 editions of the tournament after taking home the trophy in 2012, they will be aiming to make the most of their appearance in this competition, playing their first game in the competition against Mali, rather than Morocco, who are also in their group, will be considered a good start for them. Considering that they have a good record against Monday's opponents, the former champions will be led into the competition by ex-Chelsea boss Avram Grant, meaning they have an experienced manager at the helm, and their fans will be hoping that his new pays off when hostilities start in Morocco. Group B match preview, Egypt vs Zimbabwe. Egypt begin their quest for an 8th Africa Cup of Nations title with Group B's opener against Zimbabwe at Adrar Stadium on Monday. Hassan Hassan's team are one of the pre-tournament favorites, and the Pharaohs will aim to avoid coming unstuck against the Warriors, who could surprise with the element of unpredictability, having just switched manager. Since winning their 7th African title in Luanda 15 years ago, Egypt have not added to their record number of victories, but it has not been for the want of trying. The Pharaohs have made it to 2 finals in 2017 and 2021 only to fall to Cameroon and Senegal on both occasions. Despite scoring first against the indomitable Lions in the former and getting a let-off after Gabaski's penalty save to deny Sadio Mane early doors in the latter, 3-time champion Hassan is now in situ as manager of the continent's most decorated side, aiming to bring home the title he claimed in 1986, 1998 and 2006. the latter of which was the first in Egypt's historic three-peat. While there is undoubted pressure on host nation Morocco, the seven-time winners enter this year's finals carrying a weight of expectation on their shoulders, especially as the tournament is being held on North African soil. The burden has probably never been heavier at this edition for Mohamed Salah, the nation's captain and talisman, who enters AFCON 2025 as his fifth overall and third as captain, knowing this could be his last chance to seal his legacy in AFCON. The 33-year-old was part of the group that came close at AFCONs 2017 and 2021, the latter as captain, and he hopes to be third-time lucky on the continent this time to put all his Liverpool turbulence behind him. Nevertheless, Egypt must not look that far ahead, especially as they face a Zimbabwe side fresh off a managerial change after Maranika replaced Nies. The Warriors' change before the tournament's start could go either way. They could shock and awe under a new tactical plan or could flounder spectacularly on their sixth appearance at the finals. While it remains to be seen how they fare, logic points to Zimbabwe struggling at the continental showpiece, having barely pulled up trees in qualifying for the tournament. They fired blanks in their first two matches and needed a Kamabiliat penalty to defeat Namibia on matchday 3, suggesting some challenges in creating chances. Strikingly, 2 of their 6 in qualifying came from 12 yards, and while their 3 clean sheets, including against 5-time champions Cameroon, bode well in tournament football, the Warriors will need to defend well and make the most of opportunities created to add to their 3 overall AFCON wins. Group B match preview, South Africa vs Angola. Head coach Hugo Broos will reach a personal milestone on Monday as he takes charge of his 50th match as South Africa manager, leading Bafana Bafana into their 12th appearance at the Africa Cup of Nations finals after first qualifying in 1996. South Africa's most recent AFCON outing came at the 2023 tournament in Ivory Coast, where they finished third after defeating Democratic Republic of the Congo on penalties in the third-place playoff following a semi-final defeat to Nigeria. Bafana Bafana secured qualification for AFCON 2025 by finishing top of their qualifying group, with a run of consistent performances that highlighted their defensive organization and tactical discipline under Broos. In their last 9 matches across World Cup qualifying and friendlies, South Africa recorded 6 wins and 3 draws, since their awarded 3-0 defeat to Lesotho. That sequence included victories over Zambia and Rwanda, along with draws against Nigeria and Zimbabwe in 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying. South Africa's AFCON pedigree includes lifting the trophy on home soil in 1996, and although they have not repeated that success, their podium finish in Ivory Coast reinforced their status as credible contenders heading into the group stage. The two sides have met 19 times across all competitions, with South Africa claiming 9 wins to Angola's 4 in 6 matches ending level. While at AFCON finals they have faced each other 4 times in the group stage, producing 2 South Africa wins and 2 draws. Angola began their AFCON 2025 campaign against South Africa aiming to build on recent continental progress and a strong performance at the previous edition of the tournament. This competition marks Angola's 10th appearance at the Africa Cup of Nations finals, having first qualified in 1996 and returned intermittently since then. Their most recent AFCON outing came at the 2023 tournament in Ivory Coast, where the Palancas Negros reached the quarterfinals before exiting the competition against Nigeria. Angola secured qualification for the 2025 finals by finishing top of their AFCON qualifying group, booking their place with matches to spare and showing consistency throughout the campaign. Across their last 10 matches, Angola recorded 4 wins, 3 draws and 3 defeats, scoring 15 goals and conceding 13 across World Cup qualifiers, CAF competitions and international friendlies. Angola's AFCON history has been characterized by gradual progress rather than major honors, with quarter-final appearances in 2008, 2010 and 2023 representing their best finishes. They also arrive with added confidence from recent regional success, having defeated South Africa 3-0 in the COSAFA Cup final in June 2025.